Welcome, friends. I'm Carrie. So grateful you're here, joining me on your mat today. We're going to start in child's pose. I invite you to come to hands and knees and bring hips to heels. Arms can be extended or resting at your sides, or maybe stacking your fists and resting your head on your hands. Oh, breathe here as you start to come into these present moments. Legs can be wide, toes touch. Relax the belly here. As you settle into this space, gently start to draw your attention to your breath, starting to find a natural rhythm. Seeing if you can create even inhales and exhales as much as possible. It's winter time where I live in Cochrane, Alberta, Canada, but sometimes we get Chinook winds, which you can tell are happening today by the cloud formation above me. That's a Chinook arch, and this means we get a day of warmer temperatures. So myself and my husband Jason, who's behind the camera, took this opportunity to enjoy the warmer weather with some yoga. And we're so glad you're here. Continue to settle in. Breathing into the front and back of the body, creating expansion. Let's all extend our arms out in front, shoulders distance. Bringing left hand on top of right, gently draw the left shoulder to the mat. Breathe here. Coming back to center, placing the right hand on the left, drawing the right shoulder to the mat. Breathe. Back to center and tuck the toes, stretching back to child's pose, hips to heels. And we'll start to flow with some cat-cow movements. Inhale, bringing the chest forward, look up. Exhale, press into the mat, chin to chest and hips to heels. Inhale, heart forward, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back and pull in the belly. Hips to heels. Inhale as you widen across the collarbones and exhale, drawing in the belly, hips to heels. One more time at your own pace, feeling these shapes in your body. Finding child's pose, take a breath here and exhale, stretching back to downward facing dog. Knees can be bent here. Draw the lower ribs and belly in. Now step your feet as wide as the mat and grab onto the sides of your mat. A nice wide stretch here. Stretch back, keeping the neck relaxed. Maybe looking under your left shoulder and then looking under your right shoulder. Breathe. Bringing hands back to shoulders distance. Walk back into Malasana pose. Knees in line with toes, hands at heart center. Now, putting the left hand on the mat, reach the right arm up for a gentle twist. Option for half wrap, bringing your right hand towards your left hip, maybe looking up. Release, keeping the right hand on the mat, reach the left arm up, stay here, or bring your left arm behind you for a half wrap. Left hand toward the right hip. Release, walking back out to downward facing dog, arms shoulders distance, feet hip width. Gently bicycle the legs here to continue to warm up. Bend the knees and then press the outer legs back, bringing heels towards the earth. They never have to touch. Look forward, walking feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press through the feet as you rise up and bring hands to heart. Finding Tadasana or mountain pose, feet hip width or big toes touch and slightly apart. Arms at your side. Let's inhale together now as we reach up. Keeping the arms up for a moment, palms face in, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Bringing arms to shoulder height, interlace fingers in front and press the palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, releasing shoulders away from ears. Press the palms to the sky. Looking over your right shoulder, come back to center, and maybe looking over your left shoulder, twisting from the middle part of the body. Releasing the arms. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Exhale, stepping back to hands and knees. Hugging elbows into ribs as you shift forward through chaturanga. Bringing the forearms onto the mat for Sphinx pose. All 10 toenails on the mat. Draw in the belly. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Coming back to center and looking over your left shoulder. Release and rest. Bringing hands to low ribs, lift the chest for cobra. Maybe try lifting your hands off the mat, keeping all 10 toenails on the mat, a great back strengthening stretch. Release, tucking the toes and stretching back to hands and knees and downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath here. Step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press into the feet and sweep the arms up, bringing hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, then the left foot back into plank pose. Knees can be up or down. Shifting forward, lowering very slowly through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra, maybe a higher cobra. Shoulder blades drawing down the back. And then exhale as you stretch back to downward facing dog. Breathe, look forward, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Just going to take a moment here to fix my sock that keeps falling off. Finding Tadasana. Let's inhale as we reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, lift. This time, step just the right leg back, keeping the right knee on the mat. Reach up for low lunge. Palms face in, shoulders release away from the ears. Now interlace the fingers behind you. Gently lift the chest, maybe looking up. Draw in the belly. Release the hands. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Lengthen, halfway lift, forward fold. Sweep the arms up and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Step the left foot back this time, keeping knee on the mat, reaching up for low lunge. Once again, bringing arms to shoulder height and then interlacing the fingers behind your back. Lifting the chest as you look up, drawing in the belly. Right hip moves back to keep the hips level. Breathe. Release the arms and bring the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back and the left foot, finding plank pose. Knees can be up or down as you hug elbows to ribs, very slowly lowering to the mat. Inhale for cobra or up dog, thighs and knees off the mat, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath here. Look forward, step or hop, lengthen, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. Now we'll face the long side of our mat, and once again, I'll fix this darn sock. Come to a nice wide stance. Breathe here, placing hands on your hips, look up, lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Bringing hands to the earth, lengthen again. Keeping that length as you forward fold. Bringing your head toward the earth, it never has to touch. Breathe. Now coming up, we're going to place the left hand on the mat as we reach up through the right arm for a gentle twist. Keep the hips level. Option to wrap the left arm, bringing left hand to right hip. Release. Bringing the right hand onto the mat, reach up through the left arm. Option for a half wrap, maybe looking up. Remember to twist from the middle part of your body. Release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Option to grab the ankles here. Breathe. Coming up. Bringing hands to hips. And stepping the feet together. Once again, we'll find Tadasana at the front of the mat. Inhale as you sit back into chair pose. Exhale, belly to thighs, forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Exhale, step back, finding downward facing dog. I thought we were going to plank, but let's go to down dog. On your next inhale, reach the right leg back and up. Draw knee towards chest, hold for a moment, and then step through, finding warrior one. Back toes turn out slightly. Bend the front knee. Reach the arms up. Front hip drawing back, back hip drawing forward. Release the arms and step back to plank pose. Lowering through chaturanga, lift the chest for up dog and stretching back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg back and up, draw knee towards chest, hold for a moment, and then step through to warrior one on the other side. Back toes turn out slightly, front toes face forward, arms reach to the sky. Breathe here. Drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Feeling strong, release the arms, stepping back to plank. Move through a vinyasa or find downward facing dog at your own pace. Reconnect with your breath here. Now we'll come through and sit, and the socks are coming off. I'm nice and warm now anyways. We're going to move into a seated forward fold, legs extended out in front of you. Reach up, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Knees can be bent or straight here. Hands can reach for your feet or rest on your thighs or shins. Coming up, bring your right foot towards your left hip. Now the left leg can stay extended or bring it underneath, stacking the knees. Gently bring your hands in front of you and walk forward any amount, keeping the neck long. Breathe. Coming up, we'll uncross the legs, extending them out in front. Bring the left foot to the right hip. Right leg can stay extended or bring it underneath to stack the knees. Once again, walking the hands forward, keeping the neck long. Breathe. Such a nice hip stretch. Now we'll release and we'll roll onto our backs. Gently giving yourself a hug of compassion, maybe rocking side to side. Now extend the legs up, pressing the feet towards the sky. Draw in the belly. Arms can stay at your side or gently bring them up towards the feet. A reversed forward fold. Release, bringing feet to the earth. Arms at your side. Feet as wide as the mat. Arms can be at shoulder height as you gently drop your knees to the left, looking over your right shoulder. Breathe. Coming back to center, drop knees to the right, looking over your left shoulder. Start to release everything into the mat. Coming back to center, you can stay in constructive rest or extend your legs out in front of you for Shavasana and our final resting pose. Just let everything melt into the mat here. Our quote today is an affirmation. You are beloved. You are beloved. This is the most loving name in the whole universe, and God has chosen it for you. You are beloved. Rest in that truth. We'll gently start to awaken the body, maybe wiggle fingers and toes, big stretch overhead. As you're ready, bring your feet to the mat and roll to your right. Gently pressing up, finding a seated position as we close our time with 3 collective breaths. Let's inhale together now, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, long breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, longest breath of the day. Hands to heart. Sealing in this light and love, calm, and peace we've created together. Many blessings, friends, and namaste. If you've enjoyed our practice, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share us with your friends, like our content, and consider a donation so we can continue to spread this love to all beings everywhere. Blessings, friends.